Hey, so amazing. You see how they playing? Live wire, it's all about sports and entertainment. You don't wanna miss it, so official like you never seen. Keep it going till the whistle blowing from the referee. Everything from highlights and stats, you know that we gotta run it back. Whether on the field or the court, you know that this is where it's at. Subscribe, no delaying. This is Live Wire, sports and entertainment. Let's go.
All right, welcome to another Live Wire Sports Media update. And I just want to give my supporters a special congratulations. Live Wire Sports Media just hit 7,000 subscribers, and I'm greatly appreciated to each and every one of y'all who continue to support the channel, who continue to engage with me, continue to show support to my content and everything that I do. I greatly appreciate it, and let's keep the hard work going. Let's shoot for 8,000 in 2025. Hopefully by the end of 2025, we could be up to 10,000. That is the goal. So continue to support, engage, like, comment, subscribe. And now we here. So yesterday, Caitlyn Clark became Time's Athlete of the Year. Yes, Catherine Clark became Time Magazine's Athlete of the Year. She became the first WNBA player to achieve this recognition. And while going through everything, she well deserved it. She achieved it. She put in the work. She did the things that she needed to do. And if you look at my backdrop, I made a custom backing of one of her pictures. So with that being said, this will be a 3-part video of the Athlete of the Year, because there was so much to unpack in Time Magazine interview with her, and it's in depth. You know, it's very in depth because social media was all in a buzz yesterday. I did a short video. If you wanted to check it out, I did a short video to announce it, but I didn't do a video right then and there because I wanted to take the time to examine everything, and I wanted to break it down because it was so much to unpack in this. And so it's a 3-part. This is part 1. And each day will be a different part because I need to continue to break it down, not rush to put everything into one video. So I definitely will be breaking this down in 3 parts. And so part 1 of this video is the opening. And what I mean by the opening is because it talks about, Caitlyn talks about a lot of multitude things. You know, her transition into the WNBA, from college to the WNBA. What she wanted. She talked about Taylor Swift and everything like that. But I wanted to show a couple of things here is that not only she becomes the only woman on Time Magazine cover, but she also joins LeBron James. LeBron James and Caitlyn Clark are the only basketball players to be named Athlete of the Year in Time Magazine. And now, was there any more excuse me, was there any more nominees? We hear that Angel Wilson, Angel Reese was nominated. Some others, I don't know. Don't care either. I mean, I really don't. I mean, I think Caitlyn Clark shows why she is who she is, why she is the phenomenon, why she is the GOAT, why she's the needle mover, why she is clockonomics, everything that we could think of. Heck, I take it from my boy Ben Daniels. She is Caitlyn Clark Kent, simply put. mild manner, but when it comes down to business, she puts on that cape. Also, there's only a few who have been nominated for this in the last 5 years. 2019, there was the United States women's national team, soccer team, the whole team was nominated. 2020, there was LeBron James. 2021, there was Simone Biles. 2022, Aaron Judge. 2023, Lionel Messi. And we knew why Lionel Messi because his transition to another soccer league. So you had two soccer soccer players teams on there, and then you had gymnast Simone Biles, basketball legend, soon to be legend LeBron James, and Yankees phenom Aaron Judge. Now, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and shoot into this video with Caitlyn Clark real quick and her introduction of what she was talking about, and then I'll share a little bit more insight of her Time magazine, and then we'll go into another video.
Best concert, I would say Taylor Swift.
Not that one.
I feel like so much has happened over the course of last year, from when I started my last college season and not knowing if that would actually be my last season, whether I was deciding to come back to college or turn pro, and now sitting here like I'm done with my first professional season, and so much has happened. And whether it was, making the national championship game or getting the Fever back to the playoffs since 2016, there's just a lot to be proud of. And it all happened so fast, like it's hard to appreciate in the moment and kind of understand in the moment, but it's been fun to reflect on. I'm definitely more aware of signs than people think I am, and I think it's something really cool to look around before the game and see, young girls, young boys, and the signs that they're holding. So I think for me, the coolest ones are the signs that are, I traveled this far, I got this as my birthday present, or whatever it is. Like the young girls, it's like families or parents or friends or whoever it is are spending a lot of time and money to travel all this way just to have an opportunity to spend 2 hours watching me play basketball. It kind of puts everything into perspective. So I would say I really love those. Best concert, I would say.
So she talked about, and you listen to her, she talked about her transition. She talked about everything that she does with, being, coming into the WNBA. And it's great to see her acknowledge her what she has done, because her transition, some people thought that it wouldn't translate. You had a lot of naysayers out there. You had a lot of people to really think that, hey, she can't do this. They wanted to her to fail, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? And it's just crazy to think that, as somebody as talent and great at basketball as Caitlyn Clark, why would you want her to fail? Why would you want her to not succeed? Why would you not think that she can't do the things that you feel like she could do? I think Caitlyn Clark is phenomenal. I think she has the potential to continue to do everything that she set out to do. And that makes her one of one, the only one. You know what I'm saying? Like, we could take it from the Matrix. She is the one, and this, instead of embracing it, we want to push it away. We don't want to deal with it. Now, she did brought up Taylor Swift, and which is pretty good, because Taylor Swift has invited her, Taylor Swift did brought her some goodies when she attended to the Eras tour, and she actually attended 2 nights I think back to back because the second night, Travis Kelce was kind of like a row behind her and everything. And so now we most likely will see Caitlyn and Taylor Swift at a game together, probably in the box together. That's going to be one of the most highlight reels, that you could probably even think of this season because it's coming. And trust me, whatever station that shows a Kansas City Chiefs game, most likely it could be a Sunday night game, it could be a 4 o'clock game, it could be a 1 o'clock game, it could be a Monday night football game. No matter what, you will likely see Caitlyn Clark and Taylor Swift together in the skybox. That's going to be a surreal moment, and that's going to probably shoot. I can tell you this: that game will have probably the biggest rating of the year because Caitlyn Clark will be there. Not just with Taylor Swift, but she will be in presence, and people's going to want to gravitate her. As her coaches had alluded to, and even Stephanie White has alluded to, she's the Taylor Swift of the WNBA right now. She's the must see. Everybody wants a piece of her, and she's here all for it. Now, again, I'm gonna play another clip because she did talk about Taylor Swift. Take a listen.
Best concert, I would say Taylor Swift, and I wasn't even a Swiftie before going, but I think after seeing like the way she performs for 3 hours straight and the whole production, the outfits she wears, the way she doesn't stop singing, dancing, like it's just incredible. Like you're kind of just in awe after you leave. So maybe I am a full Swiftie now, I guess.
So yeah. So there's, like I said, there's a lot of things that you could take away from this interview, and it's very in depth, because Time Magazine is not something to sneeze at. To be honest with you, it is nothing to sneeze at. But there was like a bunch of stuff that I gotta take from it because I don't want to. I just want to capitalize on some of the things that was said. So I'm gonna try to, matter of fact, I'm gonna try to find some of the stuff that I was looking for earlier to talk about because I had it in my notes, and I don't want to skip over it. I don't want to skip over it. I don't want to skip. So now let's talk about her pictures. That's something that kind of like shocked everybody. How Caitlyn Clark was showing off her abs in a sports bra and a Zion trousers, which was holding a basketball, which was electrifying. Everybody was all over social media for it. For her cover shot, Clark, who has become something of a fashion star this year, and we saw all of her outfits from the draft night into pregame, going into the WNBA and everything like that, which it was so great to see her in that light. She wasn't dressed like how like Aja Reese was or some of the other ones was, but she was dressed more of a Clark Kent type of person, dressed for business, to do the work, but then transform to a superhero on the court, which is something everybody took. And you can look at it and you compare her up to any person. You could say, hey, she could be Batgirl. Hey, she could be Spider-Girl. Hey, she could be Wonder Woman. I think she is Clark Kent. Clark Kent. I think she's Wonder Woman too. You know what I'm saying? She's compared to a lot of superheroes, but nevertheless, Caitlyn Clark's fashion statement has been very eye-catching, and the WNBA's star, who is 22, has been announced. As announced But Tuesday was a flashy photo shoot to accompany the article that has fans suggesting she branch out into her career. And even Sabrina Ionescu had comment on there, call her a supermodel. You know what I'm saying? Just showing love and support. Everybody was talking about Fire, how good it was, how electrifying it was, and all of that stuff. You know, like, I mean, that's how they made it look. And the thing about it is that if you look at the backdrop, that back cover that I put together of the multiple pictures, and each, like I say, this is a 3-part video. So each backdrop is going to have, each video is going to have its own specific backdrop and thumbnail to go along with the video. But nevertheless, like I said, for her cover shoot, she's became a something of a fashion star this year, showing off her abs in a night sports bra with a low-rise Imperial mining trousers, which was something really good. And then like how she, I guess how they captures the her probably bouncing the ball up and halfway to her hand, like she had it. So that was pretty good. Then they had another one where her leaning over with the, like, kind of like palming the ball a little bit. So that's pretty good. And then they got one with her spinning the ball on her fingers, which pretty sick. So I like that. But nevertheless, I mean, to me, it's nothing else. To me, it's nothing like how much respect that Caitlyn has gotten from her peers, her loved ones, the people that want to see her win. Now, like I said, you got people that don't want to see her win. You got people that think, hey, so she had, like I said, she had a lot of love from everybody. Even Satu Sabli comment on her poster. Kate Martin said she was beautiful. Satu did a hand clap. Sophie Cunningham say, duh, fire. Cameron Brink said, speechless. Everybody was commenting on her photos. And for a young lady to come into the WNBA, to transition in it the way it is, spike it up to where it needs to be right now, is something glorifying. And as us as sports fans, we need to appreciate it, because there is a lot of negativity out there, around her. But at the same time, what we witnessing is greatness. Something that, like, Mark Jackson will always talk about when he commentated on the sideline. You're witnessing greatness. You don't get to see this up front. There's a lot of people that supported Caitlyn Clark. Coaches in the league, in the college, some not so. Some, like I said, there's some think she will fail, think she will not be good, but that's delusional to them, because the fact of the matter is that this young lady has done something that no other person probably hasn't done. You know what I'm saying? And it makes sense, So, and I think that for Caitlyn Clark, who came into the league, she took our team to 34-5 record and championship game in women's tournament while breaking all-time WNBA, Division I career scoring record. Is something accomplished. And not just the scoring record, she led a nation, broke the assist record too. So she holds a lot of records. There is not many players that could come into the WNBA as the number 1 pick who break a lot of records. Yeah, there's some that probably win a national championship, but who holds records? Who holds career records that most likely probably is going to take a long time to break. Now, you got people out there like Paige and Juju out there, but I don't think they're going to break. They might break some of her records, but these top records, that's not going to, unless you have somebody out there that just to score like her. Like I said, there's nobody like her because you can't. It's hard to score and facilitate at the same time at a high level, and there is nobody doing it. Her game, everybody talks about, well, she's not efficient inside the twos, but she could score in so many different ways where you overlooking a lot of her game. The first thing people look at her game and say, oh, she could shoot them threes, but you're not examining her game to the fullest because the fact of the matter is she can shoot twos. She can drive to the basket. Nobody's talking about how she drives to the basket and get contact where she should be getting fouled to the foul line almost 30 times a game, and she's making these layups. She's pulling up, doing a little midi, you know what I'm saying? And then at the same time, she's dropping you 10 plus assists a game. Who's doing that in the WNBA? Nobody. So when we talking about the best point guard in the game, it's Caitlyn Clark by none. It's Caitlyn Clark. Hell, can Chelsea Gray give you 20 plus points and give you 10 assists a game? No, she can't. It's one or the other. She has to be more of a facilitator to Asia Wilson because Chelsea Gray, she probably been a decent point guard back in her day, but now she ain't. Injuries have slowed her down, and she's older. And then you look at Alyssa Thomas. Yeah, she could assist her behind off, but can she do it at a high level game for game? Score 20 plus points and give you about 6 rebounds plus or 7 rebounds and give you about 10 plus assists? No, because Alyssa Thomas is not a shooter like that. She has injuries over her lower part of her, both of her shoulders. So guess what? She can't give you that. You know what I'm saying? So let's stop with the fashion. We talk about Juju and we talk about Paige. Yeah, Paige might be more efficient than Caitlyn when it comes to the inside game, to shoot the mid range. But can Paige do what Caitlyn does on elite level? Can Juju do that? Can Juju develop that? Because she still had a couple of years left in college? I don't know. Maybe. But come on. We know who could do it on a high level. Push pace, run, assist, come back down, drive to the basket, shoot threes. You got to be in tremendous ass shape to do that, to be honest with you. For real. You got to be in tremendous shape to do that. And ain't many in the league could do that. Kelsey Plum can't do that. Kelsey Mitchell can't do that. They are shooters. They shooters. Caitlyn Clark is a scorer. That's the difference between shooters and scorers. And that's where people don't even think about it. They don't even understand the logic of it. Like, Michael Jordan was a scorer. Reggie Miller is a shooter. Steph Curry is a shooter because if he was a scorer, now I'm not saying Steph can't score in different ways. He just don't do it on elite level for a long period of time. But he a shooter, and that's what shooters does. Shoot to score. Kobe Bryant was. LeBron he's more a three-dimensional person. He a scorer. He's not a shooter, but he's a facilitator. LeBron does that. He could score and facilitate. And that's what Caitlyn Clark does. That's why it makes her so special than anything that anybody else does in the league. Yeah, you could be taller than her. You could run faster than her. You could out-jump her. But she impacted the game so many ways because when you look at her stat line, you'd be like, damn, she gave you 25, 7 rebounds, and 9, 10 assists. I'm sorry. So, but, On top of this article, it went into highlight a lot of her accomplishments. You know, setting the rookie record for the most three-pointers made in the season, while also establishing the WNBA mark for assists in a single game in the season. As Clark was taking the lead by storm, overall attendance increased to 48 overall last year, to a highest level in 2 decades. Wow. The Fever broke the WNBA record for home attendance, and their regular season final game against the Washington Mystics drew over 20,711 fans. Is the most to witness in a WNBA game. In the interview with Time, Clark took pride to her role in the league unprecedented growth. She said, "I've been able to captivate so many people that had watched women's sports, let alone women's basketball, and turn them into fans." Yes, she has. She has turned us into fans. People who've been following her from college knows that. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's just great to see that, like I said, she might have her signature shot from three, her amazing passing skills, but she took the Indiana Fever to the playoff for the first time in 2016. And she even alluded to in the interview that her first year, she felt like this team could go and win a championship in her first year. That's that Mamba mentality right there. You don't come into the league thinking that, oh, well, we're going to win a couple games, or we're going to just win. We're going to go to the playoffs. No, you go into the league thinking, hey, well, I guess we're gonna win it all. If you think about it, in the offseason, football players and their teams, they say, well, we got a great team. We think we could win the Super Bowl this year. That's the mentality you have to take. You can't go in there with a loser mentality. You can't go in there and say, oh, it'd be nice just to make the playoff. No, she came into the league thinking, hey, this team can make it. Even with having an inept coach by her side, she still thought that, hey, I could take this team could get to the WNBA championship. But guess what? 2025 about to be exciting. If you think that what she have done now, stay tuned. You have the best is yet to come from Caitlyn Clark. And congratulations again for winning Athlete of the Year. Like I said, no other woman in WNBA history did that. Now, if you like part 1 of this video, continue to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Tomorrow will be part 2, talking about the controversy. And we know there was a lot of controversy spewing around this topic of her. And then I will especially be breaking that down. And then on Friday will be the celebration, the appreciation, and the closing of the final part of this video. So with that being said, like, comment, subscribe. This your boy Live Wire Sports Media. And you know what I always say at the end of the video? Peace.
Hey, so amazing. You see how they playing? Live Wire, it's all about sports and entertainment. You don't want to miss it, so official like you never seen. Keep it going till the whistle blowing from the referee. Everything from highlights and stats. You know that we gotta run it back, whether on the field or the court. You know that this is where it's at. Subscribe, no delaying. This is Live Wire, sports and entertainment. Let's go.